I'm going to try to change my AirPods just so you can hear this while I transition. I'm trying to show the changes that are happening in my throughout the alchemy. So we'll see what it looks like. So let's just see a little bit if I can. I'm going to change my AirPods. So it's here. Oh, it is here already. Okay. So how is it here? And we're going to try it out. We're listening to the Green Tara, and we're listening to Patricia Kolbaropoulos' call out to the collective. And I'm alchemizing it. It's a beautiful alchemy. So I want to sit with it and see how it turns out. Victory is ours and love governing this planet. Victory is ours and love governing this planet. Victorious I am. Anchoring light. Anchoring love and light. Love joy. Love joy. Love joy. Love joy. Love joy. I followed all my steps except for olive oil, and my throat is needing it at the moment. I was given very specific steps before stepping into alchemy, full body, channeled. Be cleared, grounded, connected to the full front channel, but the back channel, butterfly kisses and sacred portal, sacred heart. First, it's the butterfly kisses that are throwing them backwards, breath around the skull to the back portal of the spinal cord to open. And then it's straight back and up. So your eyes go straight back into your pineal gland, and then it goes straight up in an elevator. And either way, they kind of both meet. I'd ask you to have an energetic meal. And today's was a handful of almonds. And then half of each of our sips are all of our frequency, our forgiveness recipes, grateful greens, pea flower, butterfly pea flower, our sunny day roots, and our dream catcher were all very specific in the last 4 days. In addition to celery juice, aloe water is first. And then it's followed by a succession of colors. Very specific, very choreographed. And then it's my spinal drain was just flooding out because of the alchemy. Lots and lots of water. And then it asked me to have 1 tablespoon of olive oil, very slowly swallowed each time, and swallowing it not just down, but kind of back and down, if that makes any sense. And there's the very specific breath. When I'm grounding in, it's a northeast southwest compass hug, and I am portaled through the energy of here, Florentina in London, the children in Zambia, and then my daughter in California are very distinct portals for me to ground northeast, southwest. And then we go kind of beyond that to 5 points. There's a New Zealand, there is Fuji, Japan, and there is Iceland. 7. And when we are in full alchemy, love and light fills in the space in between everything. And it's kind of like a full body chiropractic appointment. And it starts at the very tip of your skull, and it rattles and works its way all the way down. And there's a lot of pressure that's at the very base of the spinal cord, the very top of it, kind of where your ball and your neck is. But that is this beautiful light that gets clogged, and it's trying to keep the beam flowing, but it's asking you to constantly, when you feel that pressure arise, and it feels like it's getting a little overwhelming, you'll see me grab for my neck, and I just am trying to release some of the pressure, because I do this horizontally, which is better when I do it this way to show you. And if I'm doing a sit-up alchemy, it's a lot more painful because of the pressure all the way down, but it reaches different levels because I'm at a maximum pain. So it's helpful for others. For me to get those really low, dark spaces within. And then it fills all the space in between with love and light, and it brings all of those shadows out, and then it drops them into a fire bin, and we really burn it. It's like a triangle. And anything you want to throw in there, anything you want to release while you're going through this, anything that comes up, this isn't to be worked through. This is to be burned, let go, release, alchemized, surrender. Just toss it in, let go. Just get it all in the bin. Think of a triangle and just throw it in. Anything that comes up, because alchemy pushes everything. It squeezes you, so it pushes all of that to the outside, emotions to be felt. It's kind of like a balloon. If you have a whole bunch of balloons inside you, if you filled it all up and they were touching each other, there would be no space in between. And we're love, we're the frequency of the space in between. So we fill it in when we alchemize in this pure channel to give you a breath of life in all those spaces and places, and push out anything that doesn't need to be there. Put it into this triangle burn bin, and then we will burn it and alchemize it. To alchemize, if you take your body and you tighten it up really, really fast, and you put all your muscles and you tense everything up, and I don't do this on purpose. I only do it in full alchemy. So I'm going to just kind of walk you through that. Or you take your inner muscles and you tighten them to your core. You pull up, you tighten, you're fully like in that. That's the full burn. But then just take a little bit of a breath, release it halfway. There's a little bit of breath, but you're pulling a little bit. Now release it all the way. So try it again. So try to pull in really tight, let go half. Just feel that warmth in the half. That is your alchemy. That's where you start. That's the buzz. That's the frequency of beginning. And when you start and you hold that, you'll start to feel your whole body kind of want to play too. And you're raising this vibration from your core all the way up. So if you ever like want to feel it, just go all the way in and then just half release, let out half that air and sit within that space. Just give yourself a few seconds there. And you'll feel if you go up and when you find that halfway point, and you don't have to go all the way up the elevator to come back down, when you find that halfway point, then you're going to be able to energize. Like you'll be able to use your sacral chakra to pull into it a little bit. And that's going to change frequency and flow. And then you could use your solar plex chakra to pull into it. And you pull all the way in and you pull a little bit out, and then you find your frequency. And so you can keep doing that and moving your energy. You're kind of going backwards. You're moving it from the bottom up as we are sending bright, crystalline, really violetly blue light straight down your sacral or your sacred portal and into your open heart. So you're pulling up as you're alchemizing, and that's handling Mother Earth. And then your body, your father sky, and combines, and you really kind of come out in the middle in your violet flame, right in the center. Kind of, I feel like it's my Iron Man. But that's what starts to pulsate. And then it radiates and it changes and it sends these currents all the way through you, and your whole body is not yours anymore. You're in a channel of frequency of forgiveness and love joy. And then you go into this figure 8 and you're just looping and looping around, and you'll find your center because you're right in the middle. And then you will be able to just expand. And when you find your center and you're out of that frenzy, it's a frequency, and it sends you into a space of, I only felt this on palliative care. I would get here with that first hit to morphine or Dilaudid, that rush. But you go here when you get to alchemize and you go within and you're in your full I am presence. You are in this rush, this ecstasy, this beautiful divine energy. And it is beyond anything I've ever received or achieved on drugs or even in deep, deep meditation. This is kind of a level beyond that. We've alchemized songs in the last few days. Every time we get to be with Addie, anytime if someone is in their pure channel, we will alchemize and be able to run in frequencies with them. So anytime we're watching something, if it's pure channeled, I light up and I start alchemizing right away, and I know I'm connected. And if it's not, I will alchemize only in parts that I need to know. And if it pops, I'm like, okay, pay attention, or it'll absorb it for me. And then I fall into full alchemy when I am soul mirroring into our soul families through this portal and being a gatekeeper and just a pillar of love joy that others can enter the new earth from. And we've been invited to a lot of teachings. We've been part of teachings. We've given teachings. We are the voice of the children. It shows in the other realms at the moment. There are many of us, but we get to speak very loudly for children. So I'm very honored to be a part of those teachings. This week, Mother Mary was just rattling my heart and cage, my entire rib cage, really, asking me to connect with and reach out to the green tar community and Addie to show just how far this beautiful extension of the work that she's been doing has made such a difference in the forgiveness frequency and community. And hearts in different places of the world don't have the access to Addie's teachings, but they do get the opportunity to listen and be a part of them through Clubhouse. And we've been broadcasting Addie's teachings in Clubhouse since the beginning of September. And so every time she has a live, I do a live for the team, inviting everyone to come on and do hers to get the color codes and activations. But for those countries that don't, at least they get her voice. They get to be part of that frequency and part of that energy, part of that collaboration and the connection that we have universally around the world in the Green Tar teachings. And it's making a difference, and having the replays there available for people to, that has been the biggest one, watching people respond to the replays where they intentionally set the time apart. And sometimes they can go for an hour to an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes based on whatever came through the portal for me.
What are you doing?
I'm just sending what this is looking like.
Looking like what?
The new alchemy that's happening. Just creating. It's hard to understand when you watch me go through pain peaks and convulse. To watch me go and do this on a constant basis where I've always been so still. This has been really hard. We surrender, but it's a total, completely life shift. We wanted to stop the movement, and now we're in full movement. That's tough. For my caregivers and those who watch me when I'm in these peaks and valleys, and my body is completely gone, and now it's doing it on purpose. It's a difficult shift. My family has their eyes open, getting there on the frequencies. So this has been a colossal topsy-turvy. Uh, 4:14. So the last of our drinks for the last of our alchemy of today. I think we have one more tonight at sunset. So this is the butterfly pea flower. This is just seeped with chamomile tea. I just seep the flowers as themselves and drink this in the morning and at night. It can go hot or iced. It's been really working for the throat warm. And I add a little bit of honey and lemon to it. And so this is we'll drink the rest of that one. This is Grateful Greens, the rest of what's left. So we've had 3 sessions of alchemy today so far, a full body alchemy. And so we're following the same process. The Grateful Greens has 40 vegetables and herbs in it. And we make that right here at home. The dream catcher is the anti-inflammatory because you can't have inflammation when you're fully energetically grounded. And so this is really helpful as ginger, turmeric, a cinnamon, honey, lemon, and a few extra little tidbits, but that's also made in-house. We make them in batches. We vacuum pack and then freeze dry or freeze. And then we have the Sunny J Roots, which is 30 vegetables and herbs. And all of these, again, are ones that we make about once a month using a Vitamix and a lot of extra helping hands. And then, of course, we have our moon water from today. We're on probably our sixth. We have one full one before, one full one after, and then we just keep going. So we are almost finished with this one, and we have some more water outside ready to go. And I think that is lots of love rags. My spinal drain, as I alchemize, everything pours out again. So I push it all out, but it fills my cup back up after I get a chance to morph back in. So it takes me a while. I have to morph back in using music or tuning forks. Like right now, my spinal cord is just a little offset. So I will use a beautiful song that I'm going to see if this will still allow me to do it. So the song that I've been using, the only song that's been working for alchemy for me right now is Superhuman by Bishop Briggs. So it just helps me kind of realign me back. superhuman. Ah. And then after I start that song, whatever song plays after, it's all in divinely led. And so I get to jam out and sit in a jam session. And then it just kind of takes me through my trash can or whatever frequency information I need to retain from whatever I just went through will come through that channel if it's not coming directly. Okay. So I turned on the Reiki music because that's going to help just finish up the flow, and then the rest of my stuff is out in the living room. So thank you for allowing me to show you what that looks like. This is all new to me, so I'm experiencing it as you are too. And to see how helpful it can be, but it's showing me that I can anchor in that love and light and allow others to use the same frequency and listening to these to expand and to anchor in their own from wherever they are in the world. And that we can truly alchemize person, place, or thing to really flow this beautiful energy directly into the Divine Mother and help us all raise the vibrations around the world together. Gratitude elevates truth. So we're going to fill our gratitude with love, joy, and just keep spreading it today. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Happy 11/8.